PSG are out of the competition. Are we talking about Mbappé? Jules, is this a big deal?
I think it is a big deal for Mauricio Pochettino because this comes only a few days before the Real Madrid game in the Champions League, which is huge, as we know, because this was a game against a really good team in Nice, who are second in Ligue 1, and a game where you were expected to show the progress on the pitch and also the fact that you can go in a game like this at home and boss it and play well, even if you've got a lot of players missing, of course, because between the injuries, the ones who are away with the national team, the ones that you left on the bench to give them a little rest, then obviously you were far from having your strongest team on the pitch. However, we saw, again, nothing in the game collectively, hardly no chances at all, and then a penalty shootout where there was no extra time, by the way, straight to penalties where you let an 18-year-old in Xavi Simons taking a very, very important penalty. Pochettino at the end very, very quick to say it's not my call. It was not my call at the end. We decided the first 5 takers, and then after that it was down to feeling. And Xavi went for it and missed it. It was not on me. I find it really strange that he almost like washes his hand from an 18-year-old taking a penalty and missing it, but. The French Cup is usually PSG's competition. I mean, it's the first time they're not in the final since 2014. The first time they haven't scored in a tie of that competition since 2011. And this one is on Pochettino. And again, it's down to my list of the things that he's not doing well. And there's a lot.
Your eyes are looking a bit weepy, Jules. I'm not sure if that's because PSG been knocked out. All these reports coming from Bill that Kylian Mbappe has signed for Real Madrid and will join in the summer.
I wonder if that was going to come or not, if you managed to just play that one in. I saw what Bill was saying. I saw everybody else was taking those reports and putting it. There was no confirmation from either the Mbappe family, PSG, Real Madrid. And as you know, Dan, because you've lived in Madrid long enough to know that if something like this happened, if Kylian gives the green light to Real Madrid, the first one to know about it, I don't think would be Bill. Well, certainly very soon after, the rest of Madrid will know, and Marca and AS will be splashing front pages and headlines everywhere for the world to know that Kylian has chosen Real Madrid, and that's not the case. Again, it's very likely, of course, that he will go to Real Madrid in the summer for free, but I don't think he's announced them that that was his decision, and I'm not even completely convinced that he's 100% decided that that's what he's going to do.
What Jules doesn't know is, in London there, is that all show, no matter what you've been discussing, Barcelona, Arsenal, Newcastle, anything, we've just dropped that Kylian Mbappe graphic over the top of you every segment.
Just to troll you continuously, Jules.
No matter what we're discussing, that graphic has just been there.
Frank, say that this deal is done, yeah? Say that he's agreed to go to Real Madrid. How much of a difference does that make, considering it is PSG against Real Madrid in the Champions League?
Well, that's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to change anything. I don't know how Kylian Mbappé is going to play those 2 legs and what kind of mood is going to be in psychologically, especially. I still hope that Sergio Ramos will be fit enough to play against his former team. I want to see Neymar and Messi playing against Real Madrid, being former players for Barcelona. And I still think that it's possible for Paris Saint-Germain to go through against Real Madrid. But for sure, Mbappe has been so decisive. And if he doesn't give 100% because he already signed, because he doesn't know where to stand, it could be a catastrophe for the Paris Saint-Germain. Because seeing what we saw today for that game against the second of the Ligue 1, you have only one player who's still there and does the job, is Marco Verratti. And then when Mbappe is not at front, you don't score goals. So it's a big concern for Paris Saint-Germain.
It's a difficult situation for him in a sense because this has been rumbling for a while, and these 2 games are huge. I mean, Real Madrid are no great shakes. Let's the top of the Liga, but they're not a brilliant Real Madrid side. But PSG are struggling, and if he underperforms, and I don't foresee him not putting 100% in.
Yeah.
I don't foresee that, but I foresee the perception,
of course,
from others If he underperforms, it's like, well, his head's in the clouds, he's already made his decision, he doesn't want to perform for this club, blah, blah, blah. So it is a difficult scenario, but it's one that he's going to have to handle professionally, and I'm sure, and I certainly hope that he does.
I'm sure this isn't the last time we discuss that
why,
game.
Craig,
Of course.
I think, Craig,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be announced that he signed for Real Madrid from the family before they play the two legs, because it's going to be impossible for him to, as you mentioned, to explain, you know, if he doesn't score 2 goals for Paris Saint-Germain, if he doesn't perform, as you said, not at 100%, but being, like, say, decisive, people's going to say that he's already gone, and so he wasn't professional. So I really think that they're going to wait for the 2 games to be played to maybe announce that he's gone.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.